Announced back in October of 2022 with a suggested retail price of 27,990 pesos for the top variant with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage, we have the Nokia X30. With its spec configuration, one can merely consider this a mid-ranger, although you might be surprised to know this is Nokia's most expensive and dominant smartphone released in recent years. We can assume Nokia is still working its way back to the mainstream and working on a flagship build. So for the meantime, the X30 is the best one can get out of the Nokia lineup at the moment. What up guys, Miguel here of Yugatech, and in this video, join me as we take a closer look at the Nokia X30 5G to see what it can truly deliver. At first glance, there seems to be nothing special about the Nokia X30 5G. It features a simple design with an all-metal frame and polycarbonate matte cover. In fact, Nokia claims the X30 5G is their most eco-friendly smartphone yet. It has a frame made with 100% recycled aluminum and a back cover of 65% recycled plastic. Despite that, the phone is surprisingly well built with a nice matte black finish. It feels good to grip and it's light in the hands and in your pockets. For its display, it's rocking a 6.43-inch AMOLED panel with a Full HD Plus resolution and features a 90Hz refresh rate. The panel is also protected by a layer of Gorilla Glass Victus on top. It also features an in-display fingerprint sensor and face unlock feature for biometric security. And you also get an IP67 water and dust resistance rating. The Nokia X30 is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 5G with an Adreno 619 GPU. This chipset is a little bit dated, but it's still a pretty capable mid-range processor that's decent for gaming in moderate settings. It's the same chipset used in the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G, Realme 10 Pro, and OnePlus Nord CE2 Lite 5G. Benchmarks for the Snapdragon 695 aren't stellar and just as expected for a chipset released in 2021. If you are interested in the actual scores, you should be seeing them on your screens right about now. Gaming performance is okay as long as you don't crank the settings too high. It's responsive, but you can't really feel that buttery smooth graphics that you'd expect even if you're simply playing the usual games like Genshin Impact, Asphalt 9, or even Mobile Legends. Perhaps the biggest drawback of this chipset is that it does not support 4K video recording, so you're stuck with a max recording format of Full HD at 60 frames per second. And speaking of the cameras, the Nokia X30 only comes with 2 rear shooters. A 50-megapixel main shooter with an aperture of f1.9 that uses a big pixel 1.0 micrometer with optical image stabilization. The whole module is also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass with DX Plus for better optical performance and extra protection from any scratches. The secondary camera is a 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens with an aperture of f2.4 and a 123-degree field of view. And at the front, we have a 16-megapixel selfie shooter with a f2.4 aperture. The native camera app comes with a number of features, including Capture Fusion for the ultra-wide, Night Mode 2.0, Dark Vision, Tripod Mode, Night Selfie, and AI Portrait to name a few. Check out some of our samples on screen now. The device runs on Android 12 and is included in the Android One program. That's why you see the Android One logo the first time you boot up the device. That means you get a clean stock Android interface. Nokia guarantees up to 3 OS upgrades and 3 years of monthly security updates for this device. So you don't need to worry about getting a replacement device in the next 3 years since your phone will always be up to date software-wise. That's pretty much standard for any device included in the Android One program. Also, latest reports indicate that Android 13 is on its way to the X30 anytime soon, so yay, that's good news. You also get ample memory and storage on the Nokia X30. It's either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM or 128 and 256 gigs of internal storage. Our review unit comes in the 8 gigs of RAM plus 256 gigs of internal storage combo and comes in the cloudy blue color. There's no micro SD card expansion here, but 256 gigs of internal storage is more than enough for most of your needs. Otherwise, there are cloud storage solutions like Google Drive if you need additional storage. As for connectivity, it's got 2 nano SIM card slots, both supporting 5G connectivity. There's also Bluetooth 5.1, NFC, dual-band GPS, and dual-band Wi-Fi. The USB Type-C port for charging also supports USB OTG. For battery, the 4200 mAh cell might not seem big enough at first, but it can actually last you 2 days on moderate use. But truthfully, that really depends on your usage behavior, so individual results may vary. Our PC Mark battery test yielded a time of 14 hours and 54 minutes at 50% brightness, 0 volume, and in airplane mode. And that's impressive considering the battery capacity of this device. The X30 also supports 33-watt fast charging with Quick Charge 3.0, Power Delivery 3, and programmable power supply compatibility. Charging time is pretty good and can go up to 70 to 75% in just half an hour and fully charge within a full hour. Surprisingly though, there's no charger that came with the box. All that came with was a SIM ejector tool and a Type-C charging cable. There's one speaker grill at the bottom end with a main microphone and second microphone for noise cancellation. It features Ozo spatial audio capture with wind noise reduction, aptX HD, and aptX adaptive. This enhanced codec supports 24-bit music quality over Bluetooth, which is great if you also have a true wireless stereo system to pair it up with. Nokia has done a great effort to make the X30 5G different from the other competing brands. While everyone else is too focused on performance and benchmark numbers and multiple camera setups, the Nokia X30 is trying to carve a niche for a sustainable device that might not have stellar specs on paper but perform as well as any other smartphone in its category. If only Nokia could get that message across to consumers. A well-rounded, nothing fancy schmancy smartphone made with durable yet sustainable materials, regular security updates, and extended Android OS update support. But yeah, not everyone will appreciate the approach, especially if you don't include a charger in the retail box. Anyways, the Nokia X30 5G has been available in stores for, well, some time now already. You can actually grab the 8 gigs of RAM plus 256 gigs of internal storage variant for a suggested retail price of 27,990 pesos. Do you think it's worth it? Let us know in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that bell icon so you get notified of future uploads. Be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Miguel, and I'll see ya in the next one.